Guys, everything is lining up right now. I need to talk about what you need to be prepared for this week, because on Tuesday you are going to have one of the biggest news that is going to change crypto forever. Guys, I need to talk about this. I need to talk about Aster. I need to talk about this because this is huge. It's the most hyped coin we've had for a very long while. I talked about this a few days ago, and I need to discuss whether now is the time to get out of the Aster position, or is this even still going to continue towards the upside much higher. Today I will talk you through exactly what I am personally doing with my Aster bag and what I would be looking for the near future and the long term as well, guys. So we have very important stuff to talk about today. Make sure to stick around from the beginning until the end. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Chris, bringing you cryptocurrency videos every day. If you're new to the channel, then make sure to subscribe and activate the bell right now. So let's get straight into it. Let us first kick it off on Bitcoin on the daily time frame, and you can see that we have yet to break away from the $117,100 level. So we're still hitting this level. We're below it right now. Yesterday, in fact, we were trading below it, but still you can see the momentum could potentially start to, we're still making higher lows technically here. So low, 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 low. But you can see that the momentum is slowly starting to fade away as we're trying to break through this, but the bears have so far been successful in pushing us down here. But I remain bullish. I think that we are going to continue towards the upside, moving into a cycle top in 2026. So nothing has changed there. If we look at some of the major altcoins, you can see that Ethereum is still finding support of a 4,455. You can see that Solana is trying to break through the resistance. And you can see for traditional markets and for gold, well, gold specifically, you can see a big red candle on Friday as we were closing. And now you can see that we're waiting for us to see if we're gonna break a new all-time high when they open up tomorrow on Monday. And then you also have the S&P 500, which is gonna open up this evening. And we will see if this is going to continue. But all of these markets continuing towards the upside is a good setup for Bitcoin and crypto to eventually do the same. Now, we need to talk about Aster. So, as you know, guys, a few days ago, I said in my video that I have bought Aster. And by the way, for everyone that bought also in that video, you're up to 300%. And now the question is, because Aster has been going up so incredibly hard, you can see that when I talked about it, I think it was at like 50 cents or maybe 60 cents. And now it's at $1.83. So absolutely incredible gains here. Congratulations to everyone who bought Aster. And I even created a trading strategy here for Aster, which I announced yesterday. So this was actually very cool, because this Aster bot has been doing incredible gains also. So yes, very nice. And this also shows us that the risk appetite is still there. For good coins, for good narratives, there's still money, a lot of money sidelined, waiting to get into crypto. Now the question is, how much higher can this get? I am going to, let me know, guys, if you want a dedicated video for Aster where I go through in detail why I still think that this is going to do well. But it's more or less the same thing as I said in my first video, because this is backed by Binance, and CZ, he is not a person who likes competition, and he is not a person who likes when founders of other projects are kind of stepping on his toes, which the hype founders are doing for sure. So he wants to take down hype, and Hyperliquid is actually at $53 billion still. So, we could still go up much higher, and I think we're gonna go up much higher. What I've done personally, guys, is out of my bag that I bought I wasn't even early, guys. I was pretty late. I bought it at, I think, 50 cents. So I'm up almost 4x, 400% or 350% or whatever. I'm taking out like 25% of my bag and letting the rest 75% just stay. And that bag with 75%, it can either go and flip hype, which I think it is going to do, or it can go down to zero. Because the product itself, the Aster product, is still not very good. For me, this is actually bullish, because that means that there's a lot of room left for the project to grow still, so they can just improve. And when they also get that revenue coming in, then I think that Aster can go much higher. But yes, I took out 25%. But also I added, just like I said, I added a Aster bot here on Pionex. It has been doing incredibly good. If you look at this one right here, it's up 115%. And if you look here, it's up on an annualized percentage, 45,000%, which is completely ridiculous. So yeah, it's been going up, but it's at a pretty high price now, 185. Even though I do think it's gonna go up higher, I understand if people do not want to get in with a massive position right now. But that is the good thing with the trading strategy, because the trading strategy is actually going to buy on the way down. So you're essentially buying the dip by getting into the trading strategy as well. So what I am gonna do, guys, because the Aster coin was not listed when I wanted to buy, so I had to buy on the other, on the only place where you could buy Aster, and that was on their own DEX. And now when it's listed everywhere, I have a bot here, and I am going to open up a bot here in my bull market portfolio. So I will add it to my bull market portfolio, guys. So just a heads up in regards to that. And remember, the entire point with these trading strategies is that you're not going to have to time the bottom and don't have to time the top, because they will be buying on the way down, taking profit on the way up. So that's completely fine. So even if I get in right now, it's not gonna get in with the entire amount I put in. Instead, it's gonna buy on the way down. And yes, this is a very small amount, because this is just for people who wanted to copy the Aster bot here. I have it down here in the sheet here, and I'm gonna add this actually to, my bull market portfolio right now. So I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna do that. So here we have it. The Aster bot is now in my bull market portfolio. I am going to add that bot as soon as possible. And then I will continue to update you, because I do think that Aster is probably, from a risk to reward, especially at the lower prices, I do think this is probably one of the best bets for the cycle. Not financial advice, but for me, it was a no-brainer. That's why I talked about it a few days ago in my video here. So yeah, that's all good. And I will continue to update you on that. But yeah, you have the link here in the cheat, which you will find actually down here, my trading sheet right here. First sign up to Pionex, then my trading sheet, and then you can just, with one click, you can copy it right here. So make sure to do that if you want to use my customized trading strategy. Also, by the way, guys, Mr. Beast apparently has bought Aster, so I don't know, that's just something to keep in mind. One thing also I want to talk about before I talk about the major events coming this week, we do have a massive competition right now ongoing with TAPBIT. So I want to see who the best trader in my community actually is. So go down to the description right now. If you are a trader, click here, sign up to TAPBIT, and you're able to claim incredible bonuses. And then you have the competition link here as well. So you do have the competition link, first this page, sign up, and then you have right here. And we will see who the best trader in the community actually is. I will continue to update you every day here on the progress here. So this just started, so I would love to see who the best trader in the community actually is. And I will continue to, like I said, continue to update you. And also I will make a dedicated video talking about TAPBIT and how to use the platform. But it is very simple. It's a very good exchange. So it's the same way as you usually would use on Bybit or on other exchanges as well. Okay, let me continue. So this week you need to be ready for the major one on Tuesday. It's the speech by Powell. And also on Friday you have economical data coming in, or inflation data coming in. Now, on Tuesday, Dennis Porter said that there's a massive political news coming for Bitcoin on Tuesday that will reshape the trajectory of Bitcoin politics. This will be a defining moment. Now, remember, this guy is the same guy who revealed that Donald Trump was going to announce a Bitcoin strategic reserve, which actually happened. So this is not a fool. He actually knows a lot of things. He has a lot of sources. So on Tuesday, what is going to happen? Well, one thing we know is that the price is not really reacting to it right now, still going sideways. So maybe this could be the news that takes us above $117,000, break through this, and we go up to much higher prices. So let us keep that in mind. Oh, one thing I want to talk about also with Aster is I would absolutely not short this coin, because Binance, they are going to run this as high as they can. Sorry, I'm getting back to Aster again. But because I'm seeing a lot of people on Twitter and on YouTube saying that they're going to short this thing. For me, that is a very, very, very bad idea. Again, not financial advice, but simply because Aster can have very high explosive moves. to the upside. And yes, we're going to have a pullback. At some point, we're going to have a big, juicy pullback. But the question is, we don't know when, of course. And until that happens, it is much more likely that you're going to get wrecked on your short. So I just wanted to point that out. Be careful with shorting. So the massive news is going to be announced on Tuesday, most likely. Let's see what that is going to be. Very, very exciting. The economical projections from the Fed were released yesterday. Essentially, what they are looking for is for higher inflation. They're looking for more rate cuts. They're looking for lower unemployment, but a weaker jobs market. And they are looking for the economy to continue to do well. Now, what this essentially all means is, in a nutshell, is that our bags are going to pump, and that is leading into the end of 2026, according to the Fed. So this environment, according to the Fed, but this environment is going to most likely mean that our assets are going to pump, because it's the kind of environment when gold, assets, crypto tend to pump. And there's also going to be stimulation in the economy. So this is completely in line with what I've been expecting personally. So we will see, guys, about that. But most people are overcomplicating the idea that Bitcoin's traditional 4-year cycle can extend, because people are very, very adamant on the 4-year cycle, which means that the top is already in. But I don't think so. I don't think the top is in, because if you look at the ESM business cycle and the Bitcoin price, they tend to follow each other very, very closely. And as the business cycle chart is going upwards here, moving into 2026, I believe, and this chartist also believes, that Bitcoin is going to follow along with it. One key thing also I want to announce here before we wrap things up is that OG, 0G, a coin that I'm very bullish on, it is going to be listed, I think, tomorrow or today. It's going to start trading, which is huge. They are going to have, they have an investment here. So there's a merger between companies, and there's a treasury company announced to buy 0G, which is absolutely massive. So I think that 0G is going to be, if Aster was very hyped, I think that 0G is also going to do very, very well. So amazing to see this. I'm very excited for everything that is to come. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you guys in the next one.